Yo, it is. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is the Playmaker Football Betting Show. Such a creative name. What's up, Garrett?
What's up, bro? How's it going?
Fantastic, dude. I am just getting this shit started on my phone here, just so we can do this and that. Boom, bada bang. Sorry for the Garrett. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, man. It's
Yeah.
Wednesday night. We're back in our nice little 9 o'clock setting here. Wild card weekend is upon us. I can't believe we're finally at the playoffs. Great games ahead of us. I'm looking forward to it.
You're feeling better this weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling much better. I don't know. It's just like a 24-hour bug just came in my system and got right out. So I'm ready to go for the weekend. Right?
Yeah, I hate when bugs come in my system.
Yeah, they come in my system and just go right out. Right?
Hate it. So, dude, we got some good football coming up this weekend.
Me too, man. The best of the best is here to play. Unfortunately,
Not the best of the best. I'm pretty sure the Eagles have a bye week, so
right. I mean, the best of what we get to see. The two top seeds don't get to play until next week. But we'll see those two teams battle it out next week. But yeah, man, it's great football. I'm upset the Lions are in here. Honestly, I really wanted the Lions over the Seahawks, but
yeah.
It's unfortunate, but they did knock off the Packers, so I'm happy there at least.
Thank God. And could have ended Rodgers' career, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, no one really wanted the Packers. Everybody rather watch Seahawks take on the 49ers again for a third time than watch, Rodgers go in there.
It was great to see Rodgers walk off the field with his tail between his legs, looking like a little discouraged and upset. And when he kept that jersey too, that's what made me think he's possibly thinking about hanging it up. Right?
I think so too. I mean, what is he? Almost 40, 39 years old, I believe. Gonna be 39 years old. It's on his last legs. It's arguably one of his worst statistical seasons of his career. And I don't see the Packers, getting any better in the off season to really warrant him to come back. So I think hanging it up is the best shot.
I liked it, dude. We did really good last weekend. I know I cashed in. I also all my picks are on Pickett. I don't know if do you use a like an app that tracks all your bets?
I do for MMA.
Oh, okay.
I will be starting tracking our NFL moving forward. But like last week definitely was not my week. Let's put it that way. I already know I shit the bed a little bit, but doesn't matter. We're back this week. More money to be made. Wild card weekend. I think less fuckery will be going on this weekend. So hopefully we'll cash in big time.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be heavy favorites for me. Guys, just so you know, PointsBet is our favorite sports book. Go ahead and skew that QR code. Makes it real simple. You can register for a chance up to win $2,000 in free bets. They're awesome. I hit a lightning bet, dude, this weekend. They got a free lightning bet on a drive. It was like the 15th or 16th drive in the Bills game. I said touchdown. And it was the touchdown he threw to John Brown.
Nice.
And it was at like plus 165. I was like, of course, they're going to score on this drive. And of course they did. So thank you, PointsBet. It was great. Those little things that it's like, hey, you know what? Here's another $15 free play. Go ahead and have fun, kid.
Yeah, and definitely in this weekend, I know they have a ton of promos going on. Wildcard weekend playoffs are here. So get over there now, sign up, get your bonus money, and go have some fun. I know they got a lot of props out there too. Same game parlays, all that good stuff. So what do you got for us, man? I want to hear what your mind has been working on, in the last 7 days. Who are you looking to bet on this weekend?
So Saturday we get to see two top 5 teams in covering the spread this season. In the Chargers, who are 11-5-1 against the spread, and the 49ers, who are 11-6. So Saturday is going to be pretty exciting. Here's what I got for Saturdays. It's going to be Seahawks versus 49ers. 49ers covering the spread. They're going to stay hot. They've been doing it all season. Seahawks are 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games. Ice cold, dude. Right? Here's what I think about the Seahawks. Did you hear that? I farted. Wish you could smell it too. These teams played each other December 15th. San Francisco beat Seattle 21-13. That's covering the spread. Oh no, it's not 21-13.
Yeah, it's 8 points.
It's 8 points.
But they did cover that spread. That spread was only -3, so they did cover on that particular game.
Beautiful. But like that game, San Francisco's run game against Geno Smith, it's going to be the run game against Geno Smith in the pocket. I take San Francisco dominating on the ground every time. Seattle ranks 30th in rushing yards against, going up against the second best rushing team in the NFL. Absolute disaster of a situation. Thing is, San Francisco's success has been on the ground. It only opens up the pass game like we saw with 2 touchdowns to George Kittle. Last time these two face each other, 49ers, top 6 defense, number 1. And number 1 defense, I don't know that I can't fucking type. Seattle's 25th ranked offense is just not going to be able to keep up, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and lay 9.5 here. I know that's a lot, especially when we're getting into the playoffs here, but I just can't justify the other way. So,
and
thought?
My thought is I'm justifying the other way.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks with the points at 9.5. It's a lot of points, especially in a divisional playoff game. Brock Purdy is your starting quarterback, rookie coming into the playoffs against a team that's really been battling through a ton of shit through the entire season, and they're starting to play cohesive down the stretch. Where they were 27th in DVOA, for the majority of the season. And then over the last 4 games, they're actually 10th in DVOA. They've been playing good. They're actually the number 1 team in the NFL in points in the fourth quarter at 7.4 points in the fourth quarter. So they've been actually playing very well, especially close games in the spread.
That's garbage time, bro.
But they're covering. We want backdoor covers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want those backdoor covers. They don't have to be playing great football all game, but I know they can cover at the end of the game, and that's what I want. The Giants are another team that cover late in the game for no fucking reason. That's just what they do. Bro, they're so fucking good at it. Like, they are the team of backdoor covers. They did it against the Cowboys, and they did it
Kenny Golladay, dude.
Bro, and then last week with a bunch of garbage players they covered. I think the same can happen here with the Seahawks. The Niners just let up a garbage touchdown towards the end of the game when they're already dominating. They're up like 14 points, right? And they give up that last second touchdown for no reason. They go for the onside. They don't get the onside. And then that's the game. They win by 7 points, and they go on to the semis. So I kind of think that that's the way I'm going here. Also, divisional underdogs in the postseason have gone 19-11-1 since the 2000 season. So I'm taking the shot on the dog here and taking the points in the divisional game.
That's a smart move. It's a lot dumber to lay that much, like you said, in a divisional game. But the only thing I see is the 49ers defense standing strong and not allowing that backdoor cover, because if I'm going to put my money on any defense, it's going to be the 49ers. So, there's a few defenses, but, that small list, the 49ers is going to be one of them. So,
that
strong
makes sense.
defense, it's going to be hard to generate a lot, dude. So
no, I agree. I definitely agree. I just think, the Seahawks been playing a lot better towards the end of the season than in the beginning. In the beginning, it was all pass heavy. Now that Kenneth Walker is kind of into the mix, they're able to kind of mix it up a little bit better, where I think they're going to give the 49ers a little bit of a harder chance. Also, that total is coming down as well. So I'm expecting this game to be a fairly close and fairly low-scoring game. And I think they're just going to slug it out for a very ugly and uninspiring win for the Niners. Maybe 21-14 type of game. 21-17, something like that.
Okay. Well, agree to disagree. I guess we'll find out who's going to be right Saturday. Next one I got here, Chargers money line. Chargers versus the Jaguars. A lot of public has been on the Jaguars. I've seen that fall in love with Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if it's the flow or what. I don't really care. I still think he looks like a woman. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But Chargers are 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. They've been covering spreads. Pretty much at a pick 'em right now. I think I saw it at -1 this morning when I was looking at all this stuff. But due to a softer schedule, but still something to note, Chargers have given up 51% less points over the last 5 games. Now their competition hasn't been as great, but they've also allowed 31% less passing yards. So defense has really kind of stepped up over the past 5 games as well. During that stretch, biggest discrepancy I see here is the Chargers pass attack, which ranks 3rd in the NFL, 3rd in passing yards per game, against a defense that ranks 28th in passing yards allowed. So Herbert should feast on this very weak secondary. I think it's Herbert's time to shine. Trevor Lawrence, you're just going to have to wait till next year. Chargers money line.
I fucking love that. I love the Chargers. I think they're a dark horse. I think maybe they're probably not going to beat Kansas City this year, but they're going to give them a run for their money when they do face them next week, because I fully believe they beat the Jaguars as well. And I think it's going to be a great game between, the Chiefs and the Chargers there. Herbert and Mahomes. That's going to be a phenomenal game for everybody to watch. And I think they're going to be, even next year, possibly 1-2 with the Chiefs. They are the up and up. Herbert he's a gunslinger, man. I love watching that kid play.
Samesies. Are you going the same way in that one?
I'm not placing a bet. I might take the -2. I kind of like it now that we're actually really talking about it. I might play that, but I'm also going to look at taking the over in the Vikings Giants game. I just have a feeling there's no defense in this game. There shouldn't be. It should be more or less that we saw in the first game. Vikings give up a ton of points. They go down early like they always do. They have to make a comeback towards the end of the game when they're down like 17 points in the third quarter. And then they come back and they possibly squeak out a 3-point win, probably 32-28 type of win, 31-28, something along the lines of that, because that's just how the Vikings are playing the entire season. I don't think they can really do that after this, but I think the Giants, they could possibly get through, maybe cover the 3, but I don't even want to chance that. I just think this game should be well over the 48.5 mark here, because neither teams are really going to get a ton of stops. Maybe I think a total of like 5 altogether the entire game, but I'm expecting a ton of air yards, a ton of yards on the ground with Saquon Barkley. Dalvin Cook, I believe, should be ready to go. Alexander Madison. Even Alexander Madison is really a stud back there. And as long as Kirk Cousins just doesn't shit the bed because it's the playoffs, which is probable, this shit should definitely go over 48.5.
Well, Vikings overs have been pretty profitable this season, 11-6 on the over and under. So 11 games that they have gone over their total. So that is a good spot there for the Vikings. Giants 6-9-2 on their over under, but still Vikings good call with the over on that one.
I think we have another ad read, don't we, sir?
Oh, shoot. Well, is this when people ask us all the time about where we find out our information?
I think it is.
Like, how are you so handsome? How are you so funny? How do you know all this information? It's the same joke every week. So if they're still laughing, that's amazing. Guys, information for bets, stats, analysis, all that kind of stuff. Instead of using 5, 6, 7 different websites, go to ftnbets.com/free. You're going to get a free 3-day trial. You can go ahead and look at all the information, see if you like it. It's free 3 days. It's really simple. Scan that QR code right there. FTN Bets, Playmaker. It's going to give you all statistical information, analysis, so you can make up your mind instead of listening to 2 schmucks on Twitter talking about these bets, right? You're like, I know more than these guys. So go ahead and do it. Sign up. ftnbets.com/free.
Love it. Love it. Let's keep it moving. Who we got?
Super easy. We're going to move to Sunday, the day of rest, as Jesus Christ once said. Looking at another favorite, going to lay another 9. Damn, dude, laying 9.5 on Saturday and then laying another 9 on Sunday.
I'm assuming you got that in way before they announced who's starting for the Dolphins, right?
That was this morning. I have Teddy Bridgewater stats here. That's what I was saying. That was from this morning. So I got that in. Yeah, at -9. What is it at now?
13.5, bro.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it 13 right now. Points, but dude,
that's crazy.
2 weeks in a row that I got bets in before
the
Nathan Peterman announcement, and then also the Teddy Bridgewater situation as well. Damn, dude, 2 weeks in a row. That's what happens when you do your research on Wednesday morning.
That's CLV, bro. That's closing the line value right there.
Ooh, tell them about it, Garrett. I love
it. I love it, bro. You killed it last week with that, and the Vikings blew them out. And then I think you're kind of on the same line here too.
Yeah, so it's a rubber match for these two teams, right? Miami took the dub in the first matchup this season, 21-19 in September, but then they took the L just a few weeks ago, 32-29, much closer game. Tua is not going to be playing in this game, therefore they are not winning. Just because they aren't, and here's the notes that I had from earlier. Just because they aren't winning doesn't mean I don't trust Teddy covers. And I said as of November 9th, Teddy Bridgewater has been the best career covering percentage, or one of the best, at 65.6%. But that all goes out the window because we got, what's this guy's name? Skyler. Dude, total millennial name, right? This is my quarterback, Skyler. Yeah, he plays in Miami. Sure he does.
Yep.
Buffalo's defense is going to crush him, dude. Buffalo season, such a solid squad. They give up 30% less points than league average already. Here's what their rankings are on defense. 2nd in points allowed, 6th in net yards allowed, 5th in rushing yards allowed, 2nd in red zone percentages. Their defense is fucking solid, dude. Oh, and they also are the 2nd best scoring offense too. So they have too much firepower. If Miami had a slightly better defense, I'd consider them to cover here. They're on the 3rd string quarterback. I don't see this happening, dude. Josh Allen's going to feast. I'll lay the 9 here. And it's going to be in Buffalo. You know how those Miami boys go. Sorry, not to, talk shit about the Florida crew, but yeah, you guys don't like the Colt.
Fuck the Colt, bro. And I'm from the Colt.
Right.
Fuck the Colt. Nah, but I'm with you, bro. And you know what I even like too? I like the Bills -7.5 in the first half at +100.
It's even money?
It's even money at 7.5, bro. Like, I love that. I don't see how they're not up at least 10 points, even 14 points in the first half.
Yeah, you think this guy's going to get into a groove in the first half? Absolutely not. Dude, that is a beautiful play. I think I'm going to place that as soon as we get off of here.
Bro, I'm telling you, and you look at the Bills, they're at least scoring 14 points at least in the first half, right? So there's no way that they're going to be able to score 14. I mean, at least 7 and hold them only be down 7 points at half. I just can't fathom that. I don't think they put up 3 points. You see the Dolphins barely put up 11 points last week against the Jets. What are they going to do? And that was at home. What are they going to do on the road in a playoff game in Buffalo in the cold? No.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, I like that one for the first half. And then obviously this full game -9, I have no problem laying that.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy pickings.
Yeah.
Easy.
Do you have another one, or should I go into my Sunday one?
Go into your Sunday one. Let's see.
I have another favorite, dude. It's a fucking favorites weekend, but if it's gonna be, I don't see too much wild stuff happening the wild card weekend here. Again, another team, the Ravens. No Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley, unlikely. They got this guy's his name's not Skyler, but I don't remember what his name is.
I think it's Anthony Smith. I think
Anthony Smith. Very different. Yeah. Isn't there a fighter, Anthony Smith, too?
Yep, UFC fighter. Yep.
Yeah, the Lion Heart or something.
Yep, the Lionheart. The Lionheart. Yep.
Look at me, dude.
Look at
On
you.
fire over here. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Pulling out the UFC trivia. I like it.
Yeah. But Lamar Jackson is not even going to play, most likely. Well, we already know that, whatever. Bengals are a top 2 team in covering the spread this season. Again, Lions, Giants, Bengals, top 3 teams covering the spread all season long. Go with them again, especially against this Ravens team. Bengals outperform the Ravens in just about every offensive statistical category on offense besides rushing yards because they don't have any offense. Baltimore has scored 58% less points over their last 5 games. They can't find the end zone, dude. Half of their points, more than half, they've been scoring less than half of their points, whatever the fucking statistic is or how mathematicals. They can't find the end zone, dude. They can't score. There's only one way this is going to go, and it's going to be the Bengals to cover -7. And that's the smartest way to play this.
I can only imagine what that first half is looking like. If it's at 7, it's got to be around 4.
3.5?
3.5, 4. And how are the Ravens really staying close in this game, right? Like, how do they stay close, especially if Huntley isn't playing? Well, he's definitely hurt. He's definitely hurt. It's not 100% that he doesn't play, but he's hurt. So even if he does play, he's definitely going to be limited in his movement. So how do they not cover these spreads here? Like, you could probably even hit the Bengals literally every quarter on the spread and probably hit 4 times.
Sure, yeah.
Because like I am expecting them to beat up on the Ravens as much as you are, really.
Yeah. And then I do have a money line parlay for this weekend too that comes out to -124. So we're not as close to even money, but obviously anybody that wants to hit 49ers, Bills, and the Bengals, that's coming out to -124 at PointsBet. So I know it's not close to even money, but it's still a 3-team money line parlay that most people feel pretty confident about. So take it while it's there. You know what I mean? Because it's only going to get – those margins are only going to get smaller and smaller as we get deeper into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think those are the 3 teams you can feel most confident betting on this weekend for sure. The only drawback is obviously Brock Purdy at, with San Francisco. But other than that defense is going to keep them in the game. It's probably going to just win and beat Geno on their own self.
Yeah. And if, bro, I will take a losing bet if the 49ers get bounced out of the playoffs. That would be awesome. Nobody wants to face them. I don't want them to play Philly. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So if they get bounced by the Seahawks, my God, that would be awesome. I'll lose every bet this weekend. I don't care.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
That bro, I don't want to, I wouldn't want to play them either.
It's like just like you want to see the Vikings keep playing. Like I will lose all the bets this weekend if that means that they are not going to move on. So,
bro, I will always remember that Hail Mary to Stephon Diggs to win that game. I had my son in my arms. I think my son was only like a couple months old at that point, and I'm just jumping for joy with him in my arms, watching that miracle happen. I'm like, I need.
What do they name that play?
It was something.
Did they call it the Music
Something,
City Miracle?
No, that was not the Music City, because that's not the Music City. But it's like Minnesota something miracle. I know it was that, but it was kind of corny. It was definitely corny for sure.
Corny, bro. Bad news is there are no props out. I didn't see any props this morning. Did you see any props?
Not many, no, unfortunately. But we can just guesstimate who we would think would go over their totals. I mean, I would assume Christian McCaffrey will go over his total. He's going to be a huge focal point of that offense. I think last week his over was his more than in PrizePicks terms was like only 65.5, I think, or 68.5, and he easily went over that. And he was balling. I'm expecting him to ball out this week too. Also,
a reminder: Seattle ranks 30th in rushing yards against. going up against the second best rushing team. So good spot there for McCaffrey. Even some of his backups too, because if it gets dicey and they're up by 14, I mean,
Jeff Wilson.
Exactly.
No,
those might even be more of a value.
What's his name? I'm sorry, not Jeff Wilson. His other backup. I don't know what you're talking about. Kind of like Jeff Wilson used to be there. Sorry.
There'd be value there, especially if, like you said, they're up by 14 points, 13 points, whatever it is. McCaffrey might not be getting, majority of these carries later in the game.
Makes sense because in the for next week. But I feel like the rushing attack, even taking, like you said, the backups, because they're going to need to feed the running backs in this matchup to take the load off of Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to need to do as much as humanly possible. I would like to take the over in the receptions for George Kittle because I feel like he's going to be peppered with a ton of short intermediate targets because to take the load off of Brock Purdy in such a big spot. So
also, he scored 2 touchdowns last time these two teams faced each other. And one of them was for like 50-something yards. I looked up this morning when I was looking at, who scored during this matchup when they face each other. One of his passes, I think, it was like a 56-yard touchdown to George Kittle, and he found the end zone twice that game. So I like that.
Yeah, I mean, and who else we could think that should be go over? Keenan Allen on his receptions. I like that. I think they would probably set that around 7.5.
Go more than a half of an interception for Skyler.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro.
The Bills are gonna pick him off.
Absolutely. That's definitely a no-brainer. And what about Dak more than one interception?
Yeah, I mean, how many games in a row has he thrown a pick?
I think it's 7 right now.
Seven. Right? I mean,
yeah,
just handing the ball away.
Bro, I definitely think he throws an interception there. I think that's pretty safe. Bucs defense is not elite, but it's still top half of the league in terms of pass defense. I think that happens as well. But yeah, I mean, we don't have the lines in front of us, but I feel like there's some good prop bets out there once we're able to really dive into it. But like the ones that we've seen, Christian McCaffrey on the overs, running backs in the San Francisco 49ers, George Kittle as well should be a decent over on his receiving stats. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Man. I'm looking forward to this weekend, man. That's all. Let's put it that way.
Samesies. For real.
It's gotta be good.
Do you got anything else for me?
I think I'm there. I think I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out.
That's everything I got for this weekend, and we can we'll put out some more stuff for that game on Monday. But yeah, dude, right on time, 28 minutes, keeping it nice and quick, giving stats, information, winners. That's what it's all about, right?
Winner, chicken dinner, absolutely, bro. That's what we're here for.
Guys, thank you for watching on Twitter. Feel free to follow all of us, me and Garrett here. Let me take this off so you can see our little handles. There's our handles, Sheffield Shuffler, the Fight Analyst, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Follow Playmaker Betting, and sign up for all those things that we mentioned earlier, FTN Bets, PrizePicks, PointsBet, all that good stuff. We will be back next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, more winners. Looking forward to it, bro. Let's cash out.
See you guys next week.